I'm back. This is the new show. My name's Random Rob, and I got a good one for you today. A new piece of interactive entertainment by Wales Interactive called The Complex. The Complex is an interactive movie, and interactive movies are what I would call a novelty genre of entertainment that came out of the early 90s, going back to arcade video games like Dragon's Lair, PC games like Wing Commander 3 and Wing Commander 4 that incorporated FMV with choices in between arcade-style space combat missions. And this is a genre that personally I'm happy to see making a comeback, because changes in the way films are made today, basically the fact that good quality digital cameras are much less expensive than they used to be, the fact that camera-mounted drones are now affordable to a lot more people, which allow you to do very professional-looking aerial shots, and the fact that decent quality CGI is now within the reach of smaller studios means that interactive films of today are a hell of a lot better than they were 20 and 30 years ago. But there's always a downside to FMV, and it's the same problem that occurs with choose-your-own-adventure books, and that is that the more narratives you split off from a central narrative, the more the meaning of the core story gets muddled and becomes more meaningless. The truth is, any FMV game, you're going to be most engaged with it the very first time you play it. And there's the problem of lowered expectations when you replay one of these games that you already know most of the main story threads and you're just looking for the places to make a little change to see what would have happened here and there. Add to that the fact that usually most of the choices you make in these games have no real consequences for the story, they're just there to add a little detail. Means that detail-oriented players and people who want to see all the endings and all the stuff, who are going to sit down and grind through the game, are going to get progressively disenchanted with it. And my solution to that problem is a very simple one. It's when you play an interactive movie, play it one time, and then put it away for a while. Come back to it when you've forgotten some of the details and get a fresh take on it. I say this because I noticed in the case of this game that I'm going to be talking about, The Complex, I think it has a rating right now on Steam of 65, which I think is kind of sad because this is a really quality example of the genre. So let me briefly set up the plot. I don't want to give you too many details because obviously this is the kind of game you're better off going into it cold to get the most out of it. But suffice to say, The Complex is about a plot to steal a new prototype nanomachine out of a laboratory that goes terribly wrong, and a race against time by two scientists to try to recover the nanomachines without killing the patient, to discover why they were being stolen and who's responsible, and to try to escape from the Complex, a maximum security underground antiviral laboratory. The things I noticed about this game immediately and all while I was playing was that the production values are very high for an interactive movie. There were only maybe 2 points in the game where I felt that CGI was a little weak, but it was nothing that took away from the game experience. I thought across the board the acting was exceptional. I thought the writing was really good for a story of this kind. I would have preferred maybe a little more hard science about nanobots in it, but it really would have just slowed the story down and not added anything. The Complex is well shot. I really was impressed with the editing, especially in comparison to older FMV interactive movie titles. It's really a step up. Good soundtrack. Another thing I like about The Complex is that the story takes place in real time. From the moment you get to the lab and things start to go wrong, it's a race against time to escape try to save your patient, try to discover the conspiracy, and hopefully find a way to expose the corporate traitors involved. And the main reason I'll recommend it is that by the climax of the story, and in my first playthrough I got one of the bad endings, which was totally fine because it ended on a complete horror movie note, and I dug that. But what got me is by the end of the game, I was emotionally on board with these characters. Even to the point where I made the emotional choices at the end, which ended up costing me the bad ending. I liked the complex. I liked what it was about. I liked the themes about the exploitation of third world countries in pursuit of technology. I liked that there was a clear sense of time pressure throughout the game that did not let up till the end. I should also point out the game takes about an hour and 20 minutes to play through, which I think is a perfect length for a game like this. Wales Interactive started in 2012. I think they have 5 or 6 FMV interactive movie titles available now. I think at least half of them have been very well reviewed. I think the complex deserves better reviews than it's getting. I was impressed with it. I was impressed with the writing and the pacing. This was written, by the way, by Renee Maxey, who is one of the writing team of The Handmaid's Tale TV series. I think she did a great job. So would I recommend this game? If you like interactive movie games, I would definitely check it out. It's on sale on Steam right now, and I feel well worth the $12 or $11 that they're asking for it. And I'm looking forward to more titles from Wales Interactive, and I want to check out some of their earlier games now too. So what are some of your favorite interactive games? Let me know in the comments below, and if you liked what you heard, please press the like button and consider becoming a patron of the new show. Okay, this is Random Rob. Till next time, bye-bye.